I'm making a battle royale style tabletop miniatures game about vampires and sucking blood, and I would love to talk to you about it. First off, welcome back everybody. Hi, I'm Witty. If it's your first time here, hi, it's so nice to meet you. Hi! Okay, I know you read it in the title, but please just indulge me for just a moment. I'm Witty, and I am so unbelievably excited to introduce my first game ever, Night Thirst. I almost feel like I should say it like Night Thirst, but no. Okay, picture it. In Night Thirst, you will utilize your undead avatar's special abilities and traits in an attempt to out-hunt your fellow vampire. Will you strategize your hunt and suck the most blood? Or will you commit one of the only sins of vampire society and attack your fellow creatures? Either way, when the sun rises, the vampire left standing with the most blood will be crowned the ultimate nocturnal predator. Witty, why vampires? Why make a game? So I've been a nerdy little vampire lover for as long as I can remember. For better or for worse, I was poring over Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles, I swooned over Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I'm pretty sure that I had my brain chemistry permanently altered by watching Van Helsing. Vampires can be a lot of things. They can be alluring or grotesque, terrifying or campy, but ultimately they've always been a vehicle to express desires and fears and the tricky places where those two concepts intersect. From having chills run down my spine watching Nosferatu's shadow creep up the wall, to rewatching Queen of the Damned last night with my sister and friends. Total side note, that movie holds up and is such a time capsule. I really recommend you go back and rewatch it. Basically, if it has vampires in it, then I'm interested. And why make a game? It sounded like a cool game to me that I wanted to play, so I had to make it for myself. It also seemed like a great challenge and a new way to explore storytelling. I'm also thrilled to let you know there's gonna be an exclusive Night Thirst drop on October 31st. A little Halloween surprise to celebrate Night Thirst and also just the best night of the year. It may or may not have something to do with a collaboration with the #1 vampire expert that I know. I guess you'll just have to wait and see. A lot of people say, God, I wish I could make a game. And spoiler alert, you can. If someone had told me a year ago that I would be sitting here telling you right now about this game I've designed, I would say, who are you and how did you get into my house? But seriously though, this world has introduced me to the coolest people and has brought me so much creative inspiration. Have I ever done this before? No. Do I know what I'm doing? Am I having a good time? Yes. This game is coming together at the best time, honestly. All the Halloween stuff is getting put into stores. There's a cool chill in the air at night. But that's it. Nothing else has really been keeping me in a vampire state of mind. I've just been conducting a lot of incredibly thorough research. You know something?
It's like a shot of ice into your neck. A quick, sharp pain that fades to throbbing numbness. Your breath catches, your pulse quickens.
It's really funny to think of me, a lifetime vampire sim, playing make-believe with my brothers, utilizing a D&D monster manual that we found. And the fact that that led me to play D&D all these years later, and the fact that that led me to paint miniatures, and the fact that that led me to Warhammer, and the fact that that led me to Twitch, and the fact that that led me to learning about all sorts of other games, and the fact that that also led me to meeting Malev, who is the person who introduced me to the folks at Blacksite Studios who are publishing this game, and the fact that that all led me to here, right now, telling you about this game. Life is so weird in the absolute best way. Archie's been helping me conduct research as well. He is a great sounding board. And now that I've been on the Night Thirst grind, I have been seeing vampires everywhere. The idea actually came to me while riffing on ideas for a completely different game, also about monsters. I know, we're sensing a theme here. But I had this idea about the fact that vampires, since ostensibly immortal, would be a really interesting society because generations don't come and go, they just come. Really, Witty? So these ancient, powerful beings would be coexisting with vampires that were just turned last week and everywhere in between. That's cool, right? And then I thought, what could these creatures possibly have in common besides, you know, vampirism? And then it came to me, they could play games. How about who could suck the most blood before the sun rises? And thus, Night Thirst was born, or spawned. A battle royale where different vampires utilize abilities and traits, hunting prey as the sun rises and the stakes are raised. I didn't even make that pun on purpose. I'm not gonna lie to you, mechanics and rules are difficult for me. Unless I have a visual aid or the rules are very cinematic so I can kind of picture them, then often my ADHD will have my train of thought completely off the rails. The train is combusted And then if it's a multiplayer game, I end up feeling bad because I feel like I'm holding people up and I get frustrated. So I really wanted to keep that in mind while creating this game. I wanted it to be super easy and simple to play. I wanted it to move quickly. I wanted there to be room for cinematic storytelling, and I wanted there to be visual aids. I am also both a huge fan of kit bashing and miniature agnostic games. So Nightthirst has the archetypes, or the main vampires, and they have their own lore, which is so cool, as well as their own miniatures. But I am really hoping to see this spark a lot of creativity. I'm hoping to see weird kit bashes and interpretations of the vampires, as well as the prey. Who knows, maybe someone will even put themselves in the game. No, that'd be crazy. A miniature of yourself in a game. Who would do that? Listen, I'm always telling people that they can do anything that they want to do. I have to walk that walk and I have to practice what I preach. So I said, okay, I'm gonna make a game. I know that everyone has a brilliant idea inside them, whether it's a game or a movie or a book or just an interesting new way of thinking. I know that you watching this right now have something inside you that either you or your community or even the whole world deserves to know and to see. This project is a love letter to my weirdo teenage self and anyone else who is delighted and drawn to the spookier side of things. Also, as a woman in this space, I'm no stranger to shitty comments and lack of representation. I've been really lucky. I get to meet the coolest people and the nicest people, but it does happen. And I'm also an optimist. I see it getting better and better all the time, and I want to be a part of that. So if one woman sees what I'm doing and thinks, oh, I never really got into tabletop games, I never really felt welcome there, maybe I should try. Or, it didn't even occur to me that I could make a game. Or even just, you know what, it is okay for me to like weird and gross stuff. Then everything I've ever done will be worth it. I am so unbelievably stoked to be able to share this news with you guys today, especially today. It's my birthday. I already know that this year is going to be the best one yet, and it's not just because of Nightthirst. It's about all the growing and learning and playing and weird stuff that we are going to do together. I just know it. I have a lot of weird and cool projects kind of kicking around in my brain related to this. And as always, Patreon is going to continue to be the place where I put things that I just cannot possibly keep secret anymore, as well as first looks of everything. Thank you so much to my Patreon goblins. This is a reminder that you can do anything that you have your heart set to. The thing you have your heart set to is really bad. Like, not cool bad, like just bad. In that case, don't do that. Thank you guys so much. Please feel free to share this video with the tabletop nerds / vampire lovers in your life. Spread the word of Nightthirst. I'm only getting started. Thank you guys so much. I just really wanted to share this exciting news with you. I have a ton of research I gotta go do, so I'll see you in the next one. We'll get back to more crafty, kit bashy stuff in the next episode. But until then,
and don't forget that you are currently making the world a better place just by being you. It's like your superpower. So keep doing that. Bye, guys.